Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and once again we're here with Priest Insurance for our insurance talk with Priest Insurance, but today's going to be a little different. Dan walked in and I said, what are we going to talk about? And you said, I don't know. And then we got to talking about, we're actually recording this a day late because he does fishing, and you know, we've talked about your history on Bolivar with the family, and so now we're going to talk about annual events, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And you know, down here on Bolivar, you see families that come down the same week every year for their summer vacation. There'll be the whole family, maybe 3 or 4 families together in a house, or they all come down Mother's Day weekend, and that's a family weekend when they all get together down here. But there's also fishing weekends with buddies.
Yep.
And let's talk about your fishing weekend with buddies, because it's not just stock up on fish, it's camaraderie, it's stock up on table shrimp. How's that go?
That's interesting. So we've been fishing, and it's like Flounder Week. And this particular group of guys has been coming for 34 years.
Same group of guys.
Same group of guys. We have different guys that come every week from about mid-September, or some days they're just coming for the weekends. Some days it's a little longer. It's family, friends, and they just rotate in. And so this week these guys showed up on Sunday or Saturday, and we started fishing until yesterday. And it's a production. So they show up and they've got all their fishing rods, and we specifically try to target flounder. It usually means flounder and redfish. And my hands are just beaten up. I can't move them. They're just tight. But we go wade fishing, and sometimes that leads us through the mud and just get tired. But we catch a lot of fish, and so we show up and we'll grill hamburgers one night or steaks one night. This past week we went down and picked up 150 pounds of shrimp, and everybody divided them up.
That's usually, I know last year I came by one day and you were getting ready. In fact, I think we did a show when we popped the cooler open and showed all the shrimp.
Right.
And there's a lot of people that do that. Get 100 pounds at a time, put them in 2 or 3 pound packages, you know, depending on, or 4 pound, depending on how many people are there.
Well, I found that I go a step further because I love shrimp and I cook them, but I found that if I peel some of them, they get cooked for me. And that's a really good thing. But so these guys, we fish all week. We'll typically get up at 6:30, having breakfast at 6, out at 7, come back in 1 or 2, clean up, clean fish, sit down. We go to Stingray or go to Jose's this week. We cook at the house. Just have a good time, and it's a way for us to all come together and maintain that camaraderie and friendship that we've developed over years in history. And now it's my dad did this with a set of friends, and now some of these guys are now starting to bring their families as well. So at different times of the year. So it's a good thing, and that's what Bolivar is. Bolivar is, for me, it's family.
And you see that a lot, but it's not just guys and fishing. There's a lot of people that I run into, and I'll see them down here with their husbands and kids and stuff, but then all of a sudden one weekend it's just the girls' weekend, and so girls have their weekends down here, and they're usually on the beach, or they go out and eat, they sit on the deck, drink wine, and that's what really Bolivar, the history is evolved, is because we started out with 400, 600 square foot fishing cabins that families gathered at. And we saw it start to grow pre-Ike, and then Ike hit, and then we're building bigger houses down here now and growing. But you still see the families, the weekend get-togethers, the week-long fishing trips, the girls' weekend out, you know, down here, and that's what Bolivar's all about.
It is. You know, if I think back and think about, we have in the house, we have pictures of people that have come through and at different times in their life. And sometimes people come up, now they're 35, 40 years old, and they look on the wall and they see a picture of them when they were 6. Bolivar is, for a lot of people, not just me, but Bolivar is adhesive, it's glue, and it's a place where people can just come together and be with one another. And
y'all do something with your family at Christmas, don't you?
Yeah,
Come
we
down.
do have a Christmas.
You always have a Christmas on Bolivar.
Yeah, we have a Bolivar Christmas, and decorate the lights. And matter of fact, that'll probably happen pretty quick. Put those things up.
And so, what else do you do as far as, or have you seen down here as far as family rituals, like your buddies coming down and you have your flounder fishing week down here? You always have a Christmas gift opened on Bolivar.
Yeah, Christmas
what
gift.
else have you seen down here? Do y'all participate
For
in?
us, well, there's all the weekends. So, everybody looks forward, and we all know that everybody's going to be here around Mardi Gras. We all know people are going to be here at Easter. We do the sunrise service. We all know that there's, the kids are in college or something like that. There's spring breaks and the holidays, Mother's Day, the Crab Festival. All of that just is, it's a recurring event that we can all plan on. And it's funny, that's just, everybody knows and everybody plans. The 4th of July, go buy fireworks from Randy and
just watch the 27 miles of beachfront fireworks.
It is the best fireworks show.
You'll never see another firework. And New Year's Eve, actually, last year wasn't bad, I think. And it's because New Year's Eve's getting bigger down here. But 4th of July, and especially when they put those fireworks on sale, you'll start seeing one pop up. And actually, you see them year-round down here unless there's a burn ban. But as far as for sale, you'll start, and the closer you get to July 4th, the more you see every night until July 4th. And it's like right before sunset, they start going off. And until 10 o'clock, it's a nonstop pyro show on the beach.
There's just so much to do, and there's so much. I mean, we clearly have the beach, right? That's a real clear thing we have. But there's so much when you dive in here that goes on. When I go to the big store, there's never a time that I don't go in there that I don't see a friend or a client, or back to the fishing week. There's just so many things that happen. We come in from fishing, and there's Delano, and he's been crabbing all day, right? And we're like, Delano, we're making gumbo. You got any crabs? So we buy some crabs from Delano. There's just so much that happens down here when you sink your teeth and your feet into the sand, and it's.
We're kicking off actually this Wednesday, November 1st, about Ask Me About Bolivar, and you and I have talked about it. And we're going to dive in deep to family history, events, activities. In fact, the first show we're doing, and each show is going to have its own little look, or its own unique look. Like some of the history shows we're actually filming for a cinematic look, to give it that older look. Some of the other shows will be bright and airy, depending on what the setting is. But, when I went to Keith about the shows, he said, man, I love it.
Yep.
I want to sponsor them. And so that's something else we're going to do to bring in some of them. And maybe we need to get your buddies together and hear some stories about
I don't know if that's a good idea.
But, Bolivar's all about family. And there's a lot of families. And I know during going back to Ike, there was a lot of family memories that were lost.
Sure.
And you and I talked about it in one of our first shows, sitting in your house. But it's coming back now. And y'all did these fishing trips before Ike.
Absolutely.
As soon as that house was back, did you do any before the house was built?
Sure. Yeah, we did.
So it didn't matter. You were going to have your week-long fishing
Yeah,
trip.
we missed that 1 year.
That's when Ike hit.
Yeah, we missed that year, and then we were
back
at
the
it
next year. So, like I've always said, that's what Bolivar's all about. It's about family, memories, and memories made here on the upper Texas coast. Dan's been doing it down here for 40 years?
Long time.
I've been down here 25 or 30 years, 15 years of guiding that we won't talk about the stories there. And then, piddling around, and now 6 years with this. And so, but we're going to bring it to you, and we're going to do more shows in 2024, letting you know what Bolivar's all about, not just the businesses,
right,
but what Bolivar is about. So, well, this was a fun show.
It was.
We didn't
Enjoyed
have to
it.
worry about business. It was
No.
all about what people
Who wants to talk about insurance anyway?
It's really what people, we'll probably double the viewership
Probably.
on this because we're not talking insurance. But remember, We're here every Monday afternoon with Priest Insurance, talking insurance, talking fishing, telling lies. You never know what may happen on here, but it's always a good time. And I can tell you, the girls and Dan really do a great job keeping everyone insured down here and informed on what's happening with the insurance. Because Lord knows we've been in some lunches here lately talking about stuff. So anyway, we're going to head on out. Remember, you can see Bolivar Live anytime on any of our social media channels, but the best place to watch us is on YouTube, just youtube.com/@BolivarLive, or you can find us on BolivarLiveTV.com. You can find us on Roku, Amazon Fire. It's a free download. Make sure you check out our website where you can stay connected all the time to Bolivar Peninsula through our 11 live webcams. We're going to head on out. Dan, thanks for joining us. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye. Priest Insurance Agency has been located in the heart of Lumberton, Texas since 2001, providing a consultative approach and educating customers on how their insurance works for them throughout the coastal region of Texas. Priest Insurance specializes in the coastal region of Texas, covering home, auto, business, and recreational insurance. With ties to the coastal communities, Dan Priest has had the sand between his toes since 1972, with a home on Bolivar Peninsula in Galveston County. He survived a storm named Ike, but lost his home. With insurance coverage, his family was able to rebuild following the 2008 storm and continues to make memories beachfront. Priest Insurance specializes in the coastal communities, family dwellings, investment property, and business insurance. They've been there. Whether you're looking for or have a family retreat along the Texas coast, investment property, or a business, Priest Insurance would be honored to work with you and your family to make sure you're covered anytime trouble arises. For more information on Priest Insurance and their contact information, please visit their website at www.priestinsuranceagency.com, or their office is open for phone calls with questions and consultation Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. by calling 409-755-7600. Priest Insurance Agency, working and educating customers, making sure they understand and have the coverage they deserve.